everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Loving Your Life with Mama D, and I'm Glenda Davis, aka Mama D. Today, we're going to be making some vegetable lasagna. That's right, vegetable lasagna. This is just something that, a creation in my head, and I think it's going to be magnificent, and we're going to do it together, okay? All right, let's get to it. Let's first start off by boiling our lasagna. This is not I've been hearing a lot about that pre-cooked or something. I don't know how that works. I'm just old school. I'm sticking with put my lasagna in some water with some salt and boiling it till it's almost soft because it finished baking in the oven. Okay, so we don't want to get it floppy soft, but we want to get it soft enough so we know that it's going to be cool when it comes out of the oven. Okay, I'm going to add some olive oil to the lasagna water, and that'll keep the lasagna from sticking together. Okay, this is Cremant brand. That's 3, that's 4, 5, 6. Let's see, 12. So that means if I put 6 in a row, 5 in a row, I can do, okay, I'm going to do 2 more. It's just lasagna. Yeah, I still have a few more in the box. I'll have to add this at another time, but let's set that aside. Okay, now I have my Cruise Max out here, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. And I'm going to get some grapeseed oil. I like to use grapeseed oil. And I'm going to put enough in the bottom that we can have our vegetables simmering really nice. And I'm going to go ahead and cut up my onion and get it kind of caramelizing first, okay? Okay, here's my lasagna over here. Let's see. I'm going to have a lot going on, so I'm going to have to kind of keep my eye on everything. Yeah, that's going really good. I don't want to overcook it. Okay. This lasagna needs to come up. This is my baker's drawer. It's almost empty, but we don't want to overcook them so that we can't handle them. And you notice they're not stuck together at all. And on this oil pan, I can space them out just the way I want them. I hear my onions are about to, my onions are about to get going. Let me turn those down a little bit while I get these lasagnas out. Because they're still cooking in this hot water. I'm going to set these aside. I have to go ahead and cut up these carrots. I'm going to cut them a nice little slender slice. My onions, I turned them way down so that I can have time to work everything together. And I don't want to put my garlic in too quick. And another thing I forgot to get out was my tomatoes. I will be adding tomatoes. Some of this stuff I could have probably had cut up, but I'm just doing a recipe as I go. And that's why I like to cook. I like creations. I'm very creative. These can go in. I need to turn that up a little more because I need those to kind of start cooking. Okay, let's get one more. At least one of these zucchini. then I'm going to give them a nice little slice. Not too thin, but not too thick either. Okay, so now I'm going to work on about 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. Because I'm going to be using a lot of other garlic spices, but I still want to get some fresh garlic in here. I love the way that sounds and looks. And the last one. Okay, now let's discard that. Okay, so now let's get this going a little better here. And I think what I have to do is put the top on it as I cook it. Oh, that is so pretty. And it smells. Oh, I put that garlic on there and it smells good. Romaine tomatoes. 3 pretty nice sized ones. But because I'm going to be using this fire roasted, I'm only going to use 2 tomatoes. Good, a really good look too. The way I'm going to arrange it. Okay, so I purchased these. This was a set of 3. I purchased them at Sam's Club. And it's going to be, I think, fun to use that today. Okay, now let's check on the carrots. Oh, those onions look good. Smells wonderful. Carrots are not like soft yet, but give them a few more minutes. I think what I'll do now, I'm going to turn it up just a little bit, and I'm going to start adding the spices because we have a lot of spices. Okay, so this is garlic herb. I already put garlic in it, but honey, garlic is good for you. It makes your food taste wonderful. And we're going to get plenty of it in. And then my other favorite, this Harvest Blend. Y'all see I done used half this thing. I'm going to have to go buy some more real soon. But I love this. I need to bring this down a little more so y'all can see what's going on in this skillet. There you go. A little more in there. That's no salt. That's all seasoning. Vegetables. Let's put some oregano. Get some oregano in there. Gonna give it that Italian taste. And speaking of Italian, let's just get some Italian. You know, I just like to have fun with the recipe. You don't have to put everything in it, but honey, when you're trying to create yourself a recipe and you got a taste for something, honey, just enjoy yourself. Here's that Italian. Now let's get a little Himalayan salt. I probably don't even need it. I'm not going to use much, so I don't think I need much salt. Some onion powder. Not like I don't already have onions in there, but I just want a little onion. Why is that onion? My onion powder. You know, sometimes your onion powder will kind of stick, even if you have it closed tightly. So sometimes you just have to shake it up and stir it around. Yeah. Okay, that's enough. And then some basil. Which basil was probably already in the, look at me, I done took the whole top off. I'm asking for it. I just want this to be seasoned a certain kind of way. Woo, and here, let's go ahead and do some little garlic powder. This house gonna be kicking. And some garlic jalapeno. How dare me? How dare me put that in there too. Woo. Okay. And some, let's go ahead, we had the chives. Let the chives in. Go on in there, y'all. They're like an onion, but we're going to put them in there too. Okay, now those are all those. I'll push those aside. And let's get the spoon and let's stir it around. It's starting to smell like Italy up in here. Okay. Oh, y'all need to see this. Let me bring this a little closer. Y'all see that? Ooh. That's all those spices in there, y'all. Okay. So make sure y'all can see. Can y'all see? All right, I don't want y'all to miss nothing. Okay, now I'm gonna get the zucchini in here because it needs to start to cook down too. Now you know the spinach, I'm not putting the spinach in here because spinach just wilts and you just look at the spinach and it'll wilt. Okay, now let's get this in and get these cooking. Stir them up so some of those flavors, spices can get on there. And the zucchinis as well. Carrot zucchini, how about that? Carrot zucchini spinach. Onions. Girl, you put what you want to in your food. It's your kitchen, okay? Yeah. It's gonna be a winner. Okay, now sauce. I'm gonna make a roux. Yep. I'm gonna get me some butter, some flour, and I'm gonna make a roux because one of the layers I want to put in like an extra little special sauce. Okay, we're gonna melt that down. And to that, I'm gonna add let me wait till the butter comes down. But I do want to put some garlic. Let's put this garlic seasoning in, the garden seasoning. But the last of the butter is not all the way melted. It needs about another minute. Yep. Let's check on these. Stir. See, some of those zucchinis haven't even separated. I know they're not quite ready yet. And it smells wonderful. And those carrots are starting to soften up. Yeah, the carrots are getting softened up. Okay. All right, that's looking good. Now we're going to add about, now I know this is a mixing spoon, but that's about 2 tablespoons of flour. That's called eyeball cooking. Okay. You know how our mamas didn't have all the measuring spoons and stuff out. They did by eyeball. They didn't know how to put it in their hand, a pinch of salt, a handful of you know how they did. And when we watched them, we learned the same thing. Eyeball it. Anybody else ever do eyeball cooking? If you did eyeball cooking, you didn't use no measuring cups and stuff, you just knew how to pour the water in the pan and put enough milk in there and you knew how to do it, just put it in the comments. I'm an eyeball cooker. Okay. Okay. Yep, this is almond milk. I have lactose people in my house. And we're just going to, I made a mess with it because it was full. But that's probably about enough. We clean that up. Okay, now we're just going to let this thicken up. And see the color of it? It's not brown because we didn't let the flour brown. We just mixed it in there just to pull the seasonings together. And the milk is going to thicken up. And it's going to make another little sauce that I can add into one of the layers. Okay. All right. Now let's see what we got going here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now I think it's time now to add my fire roasted roasted tomatoes and the juice into the other vegetables. Just like that. Where did my spoon go? Here we go. Can y'all see that? Okay. I'm going to let this cook all together for a few minutes. Okay. All right, now when that's ready, what we're going to do is put a layer in the bottom of the casserole, and then we're going to start layering our lasagna. Lasagna's gotten really cooled off here, and it should be okay. All right, let me get the ricotta cheese together. Here's my ricotta cheese by Galbani. Okay, and this is, that's 15 ounces. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna set that aside. Okay, let's check on this. Should be about ready. Okay, let's see how our roux coming. Needs to thicken up a little more. We have to turn it up some. Okay, let's see how our roux coming. Needs to thicken up a little more. We have to turn it up some. There we go. It was too low. Should have been boiling by now. Okay, so this looks good. So what I'm going to do is let me move my tomatoes over. I'm just going to put a little of this mixture, mostly those tomatoes, just some of it. I'm just going to kind of get a layer on the bottom. Just going to want to kind of just coat the bottom. Okay. Not a whole lot. Got that bottom coated. More juice over here. Okay, and then we're going to start to layer our lasagna noodles. Okay, they're almost trying to get a little dry. Ooh, which way? Let's turn them this way. Move these over here so I can get to them. Okay. Now I'm going to try to, I think I have enough. Okay. Oh, look at all those zucchinis. Let's spread those out a little bit. Okay, now let's get, let's see which cheese. Okay, let's put a little bit of ricotta cheese. Let's kind of spoon it in there a little bit. Let's turn this off. I think it's steady boiling. Let's see what this one looks like. It needs to thicken up a lot more. Come on, baby, I need you to thicken up. Okay. Getting in that layer of ricotta. I actually need the spoon. I'll use the spoon from here. Okay, now this was enough ricotta to make a whole layer. I want to get it all. And you don't have to worry about spreading it around, because when you put your next layer on, it's gonna do that. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the spinach. Now I'm gonna wash this spinach, and I'm going to put a layer of spinach. I just washed it. It's a little wet, but I shook it off enough that it's not that bad. Okay. And then, yeah, because it looks like a lot of spinach, but trust me, you know how spinach, it just wilts to nothing. Okay. All right, can y'all see what's going on here? Let's bring you a little closer. Okay. Now, I'm going to put another layer. I probably could have used a little more lasagna. My lasagna started to get dry. I might could have left it in the water a little bit longer. But I need another, I need some for that top. At least, let me tear this, well, yeah. Yeah, let's go here. I'll tear that, let's put it right there. Okay, well, let's tear you off too. Put it there. All right, now, okay, let's see how this is coming. Okay, it's thickening up a little bit. I think it's that coconut milk or almond milk that's making it take a little longer to come together. But we're gonna wait for it. All right, now let's get some cheese or mozzarella. Here's my mozzarella cheese. We're gonna put it. I'm gonna have a lot of work to do in this kitchen to clean up this kitchen. Ooh, this is a big recipe. Okay. Okay. We got a nice layer of mozzarella cheese. Y'all see that? Okay. Now I'm going to put more vegetables. And this is going to be probably the biggest part of the vegetables now. Get them spread over real good. Okay. All right. We're done with that pot. Now let's get this spread out. Turn that off. Okay. This is turned off. Now let's spread that zucchini around. Get a little bit so everybody will get a little zucchini in each bite. Gotta have some spinach. And I need this roux to be ready. Okay, now I'm gonna start to layer it with tomatoes. These other tomatoes. Okay. Okay. Spread those out a little more. Okay. I think that's good. Ooh, okay. Now we're gonna, when this sauce is ready, I'm gonna pour that on, and then we're gonna put those last lasagnas on and some more cheese, and it'll be ready. It's gonna take this a few minutes, so we'll just be patient with it. See, it's ready now. That's what I wanted. And this is gonna bring some nice moisture. Just pouring that all over. It's almost like a creamy sauce. It's gonna go in and blend with that cheese and those other vegetables. Ooh, that smells so good. Okay. All right, so that pan is done. Now, let's get these last few lasagnas. I'm gonna have to just, because I had three, I probably should have did that whole package. So I'm gonna have to just do it like this, and then take the rest of the mozzarella cheese. Okay, and that's the mozzarella cheese that's gonna go on top. Okay. All right. Now, if you want, you can use like a vegan cheese if you don't want to use like the mozzarella, because I believe it does have it's part skim milk. So if I'm going to cover it with foil, I'm going to put it in the oven and I'm going to bake it at about 375 for about a half an hour or so. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to take the foil off and bake it about another 10 minutes or so until the cheese browns on top. And I think 40 minutes is probably enough time, because most of this is already done. You know, we just want to get the lasagna the rest of the way soft and cover it nicely, and into the oven it goes. Okay, I left it in the oven for about 35 minutes with the foil on it, and now it's time to take the foil off and put it back in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. Looks delicious. And there you have it. There it is. Just get it cooled down, we'll cut it. Wonderful. Oh no. It's really rich, and it's light all at the same time. It's not overbearing with the tomatoes, and it's like just almost a surprise in every piece you take. And the carrots. Oh, when I spinach, you know how that will cook. There's another carrot. No, carrots here with just a little bit of sweetness, but not too much. This is a wonderful combination. You gotta try it. Listen, it's your life, love it, and make the best of it. Don't forget, go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and don't forget to share. All right? You have a blessed day. Until next time. Bye.